Hello everybody. So today I am doing my Team of the Year predictions for Madden 21. So hopefully they'll come out this week, maybe early next week, but either way, Team of the Year is one of the best promos of the year in my opinion, especially when they do solos and give us a free one. But without further ado, here we go. So we'll start with quarterback, and my quarterback pick is Russell Wilson. I think it's between two guys, Russell Wilson and Deshaun Watson. I thought Josh Allen was definitely going to get it, but he got that playoff card. So now I don't think he'll get it. So in my opinion, I think it's going to be Russell Wilson, but I could see it going to Deshaun. But Russell Wilson, his last upgrade was this most feared right here. And that was, obviously around Halloween, which was a long time ago. So, he has pretty good stats. You figure he'll get up in speed, get up in that throw power. So, yeah, I think he could be a solid card. Next up at halfback, and keep in mind here, I'm just doing, just straight, position. So I think technically this is supposed to be a third down running back or something like that. I'm just doing two halfbacks, hopefully I'll get one right. First guess, Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, he came in second in the NFL in the rushing yards, and his last card he got was a 90 series redux. So I think he's essentially locked into a card. He's got that good change of direction, decent speed. I think he'll be a very good card. Next up at halfback, my other halfback is Nick Chubb. So Nick Chubb, he was out for a few games, but the games that he played, he was dominant. He's got this Duran versus the World card. I would assume they would put his training substitute in here, so no need to worry about if you didn't get, this card in Duran versus the World. But this 90 card had 88 speed. 93 break tackle, so that'll probably get up there. As you can see, probably more of a power back, goal line back, and I think he'll be a good option. He got Team of the Year last year, if you remember. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he gets it this year. Next up at fullback, I went Keith Smith. He was rated pretty high on PFF. That's where a lot of my guys came from. He's got this 63. I don't know. It's probably not a great indication of what he's going to be, but I just think it gives, Falcons a fullback, and I don't know. Wide receivers. So there were four. I went with Stephon Diggs, Terry McLaurin, Robbie Anderson, Devontae Adams. I think Diggs has to get one. Diggs' his best card is a 92 series redux, and I think he's been arguably the best receiver in the league and this year, and I think he's almost guaranteed a Team of the Year card. So he had 91 speed on this card, 90s across the board in route running, and this card's gonna be good. He's only 6 feet, but honestly, that's fine. This card will be very good. Next up, Terry McLaurin. Terry McLaurin had a good year. I think also he's somewhat of a big name because he has that 93 speed on this 92 overall. So he'll easily be able to get to 99 speed, I bet, especially on a theme team. So I think he's just going to be a very usable card, and it makes sense, right? He's got speed, he's got round, and he had a good year in a not-so-great situation. Next up, Robbie Anderson. So Robbie Anderson had a pretty good year. He was a little on and off, but his last upgrade was Ultimate Kickoff, and I think he really deserves an upgrade. He's a fast wide receiver who had a good year in Carolina this year. We'll see where his route running gets to. Obviously, this 85 isn't the best indication of what his card will be because it'll just be so much of an overall jump, but I think he'll be pretty good. And then lastly, I have Devontae Adams, who I think is the best receiver in the NFL. He got the most touchdowns this year, and he honestly is just, very good IRL in Madden, he's not as dynamic because he's not the fastest, right? 86 speed. But he'll be good on Packers theme teams, and I don't know. We'll see what type of speed and route running they give him, and that'll, I think, determine his usability outside of theme teams. Tight ends, I think the popular pick here is Travis Kelce, but I'm going to go Darren Waller because I wouldn't be surprised at all if the Packers make the Super Bowl, the Chiefs make the Super Bowl and Travis Kelce gets a card. But I think Darren Waller, he already has a +1, I believe, from his game a few weeks ago, but so he's fast tight end, who's tall, 6'6", and he can run routes pretty well. 89 mid route running already on this 91. So that's something to keep in mind. Next up, we'll just go all the linemen. At the end of the day, with these, it was just kind of PFF and all that other good stuff. But a lot of these cards either haven't gotten upgrades or haven't gotten them in a while, and they were lights out this year. Left end, I went Joey Bosa. This one was kind of tough. Joey Bosa had a good year, but yeah, I think last time he got a card, I believe he got a Team of the Week, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay, so it was an LTD Team of the Week. And yeah, I mean, he's good. I'd like to see that block shot a little higher, but he can power move and finesse move pretty well. Interesting to see what speed they give him. Can he get up to maybe, I don't know, 88 with once you add sprinter and stuff? We'll see. But anyways, I ended up going Joey Bosa. For the D tackles, I went with Mario Edwards and Grady Jarrett. These are two guys who had good years and haven't really gotten upgrades. Mario Edwards is a D tackle. It's just 70 overall, so he hasn't gotten any upgrades. Grady Jarrett got a heavyweight. But these are two guys who had pretty good years and could definitely be interesting for some people that use D tackles. I personally don't that much, but for those people that do, could be a good card. Right end, I think it's got to be Trey Hendrickson, Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald has not got a most feared again, and once again, he's just one of the most dominant guys. He's probably the most dominant guy in the league. And Trey Hendrickson, who had a very good year, only has a 71, so I think he's locked in to get one. Right outside linebacker, I went with Bradley Chubb. He had a good year. The last upgrade was an 87. You get where I'm going with this. I think he's a solid pass rusher with that 87 block shed, 82 speed, right? So he's obviously more of a 3-4 linebacker, but he's good off the edge, and I think he could get the job done for a lot of teams. At middle linebacker, I went Zach Cunningham, who was up there in tackles, and Fred Warner, who had a very good year. Zach, when you look up Cunningham, he's only got this 0 chill card, and he deserves a better card than that. Fred Warner, I believe he has an 89. Yeah, he had that team standouts. He does already have power, which is nice to see. Unfortunately, middle linebackers really don't jump, and especially a guy like Fred Warner, who isn't exactly fast, probably won't be that usable. Cunningham, let's check the speed on him. Okay. So yeah, 82 speed. So I mean, he could get up to maybe 90. Yeah, I bet. Yeah, Zach Cunningham could be usable for those who use our linebackers. As far as left outside linebacker, I went T.J. Watt. I think T.J. Watt could win Defensive Player of the Year, but if he doesn't, I think he'll get Team of the Year. May even get both, because Team of the Year comes out before Defensive Player of the Year. And he had a great season. You guys, I really don't need to show you guys his stats. He's been very good. At cornerback, I went J.C. Jackson, Xavier Howard, and Bryce Callahan. So J.C. Jackson, he really needs a card. I believe he only has a 79. Yet he had a lot of picks and a very good year. Xavier Howard, once again, had a lot of picks. I think similar to T.J. Watt, he could win Defensive Player of the Year. I think it's between him and T.J. Watt. So they obviously had great years if they're in contention for Defensive Player of the Year. So I'm going Xavier Howard. Bryce Callahan, he was a guy who was rated high on PFF. Only has a 79. I don't think there's any real reason to click on his card, but we'll do it anyways. Right, so he's pretty fast, 86 speed on his 79. But yeah, I mean, he's only 5'9", so he probably won't be extremely usable, but good card nonetheless. At safety, I had Jesse Bates and John Johnson. Jesse Bates, I believe, has an 88 team of the week. Yep. And he's a guy who's pretty good, right? He's 88 and 90 speed, 85 zone, 92 excel. So I think he's got a chance to be pretty good. He's also decent in run support. But at the end of the day, if he gets a card, he's going to be a card with high speed, maybe lacking a little bit on zone, but with lockdown, all that other stuff, you can, get that up. And then John Johnson, who's on the Rams, he has an 89. Once again, had a great year. 86 speed, 88 zone on this 89, so, I think there's a chance he could get 99 zone with lockdown, which would be nice, and decent man too. I think one question you have to have is his speed. How much will he get up? Well, will it be like 94 speed? What can you boost up a sprinter, etc., etc. Hit power hit power is actually pretty good. So yeah. And lastly, kicker and punter. I went Jason Sanders and Jack Fox. I think they were just the two best in the league. You could say Jake Bailey here, or somebody like Tyler Bass here, but Tyler Bass got 0 chill. So I think it's going to be Jason Sanders and Jack Fox. So anyways, that's it for the video. Let me know what you guys think of my predictions, and also when you think these cards are coming out.